Today's challenge is on shutter speed. So shutter speed is the amount of time that your shutter is open to allow light into your camera. So essentially I think about it as like a curtain. So when you have a very slow shutter speed, your shutter is open for a very long amount of time, so allowing a lot of light in, which is going to make your picture brighter. My cat likes to make an appearance. For a very fast shutter speed, your shutter is open for a very short amount of time. So some shutter speeds are so fast you wouldn't even be able to see it if you were peering into your camera. So the thing about shutter speed is that you will use it to either show motion in your photo or to slow the motion in your photo. So if you are thinking about taking a picture of your child who is running, and your thought is you really want to show them frozen in motion, you want to show their leg kind of running, you're going to use a very fast shutter speed to capture that image. And then on the opposite side, if you want to show the motion of your child running, you're going to want to use a very slow shutter speed. And we'll talk more about numbers in a second. I just wanted to show you on the camera what shutter speed looks like. So you're always controlling the shutter speed from the back dial. And then the number right here is the shutter speeds. So shutter speeds are shown on your camera in whole numbers, when actually they are fractions of a second. So 1/500 would be that shutter speed. When you have slower shutter speeds, they are shown with, I call it a quotation. See that? 1.6, that's 1.6 seconds for a shutter speed. That's a very, very long shutter speed, and that would require a tripod. You won't be able to hold your camera without getting a very blurry image if you're using that shutter speed, because your shutter is open for a very long time in camera talk. So the general rule for shutter speed is that your shutter speed should match or be higher than your focal length. So my focal length on there is 35 millimeter. However, a shutter speed at 1/35 is going to be way too slow, and my picture is going to be blurry. Anything below a 60th of a second, which is 1/60, is going to require a tripod or holding your camera. Another general rule of thumb is that you will want to use a shutter speed of 125 seconds, 1/125. Sorry, I'm tired. For capturing children. And some people will even say 1/250. It just depends on the motion of your child at that given time. And so basically shutter speed is used creatively for long exposures, writing with light, writing with sparklers. That's a very slow shutter speed, also called bulb exposure. That's something that's really fun to do. Night photography, like on the highway, when you see those photos with the lights, that's a long shutter speed. Water rippling from a waterfall, that's a very slow shutter speed. And that is really all that shutter speed is. It's just knowing what shutter speed to choose for your image based on the motion, and go from there. So if you have any questions about shutter speed or the challenge, please feel free to post it on Facebook or to email me, or that's it. Find me on Twitter. Say bye, kitty.